Hi, I'm Jello.
And I'm wearing Dominic's smelly gym shirt.
Very good, and I promise to not be obscene for our last review of episode 13.
That'll be the f***ing day.
F*** you. Let's go.
Full moon! It's time for the final one.
It's the Mini Moon Minute.
Let's go!
That's my f***ing line.
I don't f***ing care.
F*** off. Let's go.
Okay, I have seen this before.
At Saturn's command, the world is ending.
Chibi Moon calls out to Mommy, and she channels the power of her silver crystal to kick Pharaoh 90's ass from the inside out.
The handy little compact not only cleans him up, but also powers the other Senshi into their super forms.
Cute bows, girls. Pharaoh 90 decides life is better back in the Tau system, so he goes for a quick escape.
But Saturn follows and commands Pluto to seal them up.
Dark Dome close! Closing time! Neo Queen Serenity makes the scene and heals the world, making it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
A baby?
And now she has 3 moms? Cool! Take that, Westboro Baptist Church.
The Outers leave and promise Chibi Moon that they'll see each other again because they're friends. And Neptune gives her a parting gift.
Back to civilian life, the girls are all in high school now and getting back to their normal routine, including ripping on Usagi.
Chibiusa plans to go back to the future, and her future parents see her off, but not before watching the solar eclipse and seeing the new moon.
I hear bells.
Me too.
I smell burnt toast.
Ooh, call 911.
So Sailor Saturn is now sucking up everything into the
Vacuum of doom, basically, back into the Tau system. Saturn is slowly destroying the world while Tuxedo Mask just kind of hangs out there and says, oh my god, the world is ending. Oh my god, the world is ending.
Everything is
While
ending.
holding on to his future daughter.
Everything is ending, and he's just like,
He just
do
keeps saying
something,
that.
bro.
We get it, honey, everything's ending.
Do you even lift, bro? So the one thing that I really liked about this is Sailor Saturn still remained completely in control.
Cold as ice.
She was very calm. And do you remember in our last recap we were talking about how I was wondering if she had the memories of Chibi Moon and stuff. Well, Chibi Moon actually called out Hotaru's name, and it cut to a scene, and I loved how she like looked back, and then you saw the flashbacks. It was actually really emotional. It got a little touchy, a little teary. So that was one thing that I really appreciated. It actually just kind of got me to realize that maybe Hotaru does have all of the memories, but she's doing what she has to do.
So then at this point, Sailor Moon is stuck inside Pharaoh 90 in this cold, dark, bleak abyss of disgustingness, and Chibi Moon calls out for Sailor Moon to wake the f*** up. So she uses her chalice and her compact and starts the internal destruction for Pharaoh 90.
And one thing that I loved was the cute Sailor Scout outfit makeovers!
Super powered, even the outer Senshi too, that was really cool.
And now what I noticed, I'm sure everyone did, is all the Scouts outfits were actually quite different. Like Sailor Mercury didn't have the caps on it, Mars had a jewel, some of them had chokers, some of them didn't, the Outers didn't have stripes, but now everyone is powered to their super sailor self and they all are uniform.
It's a uniform.
It's a uniform.
Which is kind of cool. So now they're all really friends and they're all on the same team. There's
Except
no
for Saturn, she didn't get the upgrade.
Because she's a bitch. Sailor Moon kind of kicks Pharaoh 90's ass relatively quickly, I guess, to keep the story flowing. And so he wants to creep his way back into the Tau system. He's like, well, this isn't such a cool place to hang out, so I'm gonna make my way back. So Sailor Saturn's like, f you, bitch, I'ma kick your ass. And she goes after him, Sailor Senshi style, of course.
So cool. I loved how she flew up there and she was holding her glaive and she was just like going and like doing fierce poses and stuff. I wish I had a broom I could show you the poses.
And then, in order to get rid of Pharaoh 90, Sailor Saturn commands Pluto to close this door up.
Finally, she's gonna do something useful this season.
And she does the Dark Dome close and shuts the door on that big when he's done, and that's kind of it.
I don't know if I liked it. I found it kind of interesting how they all of a sudden really cared for Sailor Saturn. When she was gonna die, they were all like crying, and even Pluto was doing her spell, and she was tearing up, and I was like...
But meanwhile, 2 episodes ago, they wanted to
didn't
shank
you
the
guys
bitch.
like not want to invite her to your birthday party?
Yeah.
And now you're friends with her just because you see that she's actually stronger than you?
And that she's gonna kick your ass?
She's gonna kick your ass? Like, that's some shady shit.
Yeah, and she was a little girl, and you were gonna kill her.
Yeah, rude.
And I love how Sailor Saturn was so commanding, like, do it now, Pluto.
I think she's the leader of the Outers, right?
The leader, yeah, well...
Because Venus is the leader of the Inners.
The Inners, yeah.
And then I think Uranus wasn't the leader, but she took charge of the 3 of them. Yeah. But I think Saturn is actually the leader of the Outers.
I mean, come on.
And I also think that she's just, like, that's the thing, is like, Pluto, do this. What if Pluto said no?
Yeah, can you imagine?
She would just be like, Ksing.
Okay, girl. She would slice it like, oh, your garnet orb's gonna stop me?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think so. Guess what? I'm in a death ribbon revolution. Yo,
bitch.
So then after the door was closed and after Super Sailor Moon saved the day, she turned quickly into Neo Queen Serenity and like replenished everything. And Sailor Moon, Neo Queen Serenity fixed everything. She kind of came back to Super Sailor Moon. Everyone was there. And then all of a sudden we see this beam of light being, shone down.
Yeah.
And then I hear the most annoying sound in the world that I wanted to stab my ears with a pencil, a crying baby.
So there's baby Hotaru just crying away. Well, they don't realize until her symbol appears on her forehead.
But also, how stupid can you be to not realize that's baby Hotaru? She looks the same.
Well, it's not baby Pharaoh 90.
Hello.
So yeah, then the Outers jump in and scoop her up and be like, let's be 3 mummies.
Let's be a thruple. Was this the first thruple on television, like back in the anime? Because they did the same thing, right?
But it was more like Uranus, because Pluto was dead in the old anime.
Oh, right, okay.
So Derek Bear did it first with her 2 boyfriends. And now there's a 3-way girl relationship.
There's a 3-way girl relationship.
And they've got a baby, so take that, Derek Barry.
I'm assuming that, now they're not scared of her because there was a part where she was saying, I'm here to destroy everything just so hope can be reborn. So I think their thoughts of Sailor Saturn being the deity of destruction is kind of misinformed or malaligned. I don't think
their first interaction of her was her destroying the Silver Millennium.
True.
So they're like, well, this bitch is bad news.
Yeah, but on this one, I think that she wasn't actually trying to destroy the world. I think she was trying to destroy Pharaoh 90's world. Does that make sense? She was like sucking him into it and then she destroyed it and closed it.
Yeah, well, she would have destroyed the world had it not been for Sailor Moon actually jumping in there and using her silver crystal, right? So she was able to protect the world. That's what Saturn said too. She's like,
I know, you're probably right. I just wanted to give her
the benefit of the doubt. I know, she is just a cold-hearted bitch.
Cold-hearted snake.
Look between her thighs. That glaive never lies. They scoop up the baby and they make peace with the inners. Well, they've already made peace with the inners, let's face it, but now it's official. Sailor Neptune gives Chibi Moon a nice gift of her talisman, which I thought was
okay, we need to talk about that for a moment.
Yeah.
Great gift.
Yeah, I want that.
I want it.
Under the tree, thanks.
But now what's she gonna do? She can't divine anything.
Yeah, and her hair's gonna look like a mess, I'm sure now.
She can't attack.
Well, hopefully she'll do deep submerge sometime.
Hopefully, but from now on, I just don't believe it exists.
But yeah, it was nice to see them have that final word with Chibi Moon and them all kind of like come together. And then it was kind of sad to see them all just.
I was actually so upset, especially when Pluto was especially with the Pluto and Small Lady interaction, because they were friends and she lost her once because she died for her in season 2, and now she's losing her again and she doesn't know where they're gonna be. They're like, we're gonna be either close or far. They're gonna be like in the next neighborhood.
Yeah, and then with a petal swoop, they're gone. It was kind of.
I love the petals though. It gave me full original anime moments.
Totally, yeah. No, it was cute. So Pharaoh 90's dead, and now we're looking forward to the future. So let's see what that holds in our next segment. All right, so now the Senshi are back to being normal girls. We haven't really seen them like this for, I'd say, from the Ray birthday episode. That's where that was the last time we really saw them.
That was the introduction of the redheaded bitch.
Udiel. So it was cute to see them back in their civilian forms. They're now going to high school.
Cute new outfits, except for Ray. Ray has to be like.
She needs to switch schools, girl. Just why do you have to be such a loner, honey?
Yeah, but so she's in a private school, right? Like that's her thing. She's in a different private school because she has money and she's trying to rub it into their faces. It's very rude. So what I really loved about this was actually my favorite part of the episode overall. I was pretty much disappointed with the earlier section with the destruction and blah blah blah.
It was just kind of like a quick wrap up, but whatever.
But this I really liked because I love when they get to interact as girls because they're so funny.
They're catty. They're
like snarky and like they make fun of each other.
They're totally ripping on their queen basically. Like,
yeah,
you're
so stupid. You're gonna fail. I'm so glad I'm in this high school with. Like that was one of my favorites was when Minako was like, I'm so glad I'm gonna be joining this high school with you so we can fail together. It was so funny.
Friends that fail together. Sail together?
So I really love that part. I love them. They all kind of were like, I'm gonna join this club. I'm gonna join this club. Mars was like, I'm gonna join archery club. Foreshadowing.
Flame sniper maybe on the way. Zing. Very good. Also, when the girls were reunited talking about going to high school, when Usagi went and linked arms with the other two girls, it was an identical shot from the original anime from the Sailor Stars season. I love that wink and nudge to the original anime. That was really cool to see that.
So then after that, they all go to send Chibiusa off, Mamoru and Usagi, but there's so many people there because there's going to be a solar eclipse.
Of the heart.
Of the heart. Okay. And so they get their glasses, they look, and then all of a sudden, we hear ding, 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 ding. It's obviously a nod to season 4.
Yeah, I think it seemed like, though, that this nod to season 4 isn't as prominent as the nod from season 2 to 3. At the end of season 2, she got the new spiral moon rod at the end. She got powered up right away. So it almost seemed beyond obvious that yes, they have to continue the story on because she's powered up.
Yeah, this one could just end, and unless you know Sailor Moon's story or history, like from the manga, those bells could really be anything. So it's a cute ending. I think they are going to go on. This series is super popular and super successful and really great.
And it's a great reboot. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm sure we're going to get a season 4. I hope so. I can't wait for the pervy Pegasus guy.
And the Amazonas quartet.
Oh, the quartet!
They'll finally become senshi. Hopefully, they follow the manga arc. And that was the episode.
Let's talk about our highlights and lowlights next.
Let's talk about our highlights and lowlights next.
Okay, so we got some lowlights, we got some highlights, we got some midtones, we got some dark patches, we got everything in this episode.
The whole range of the color spectrum.
I want to switch it up. Let's talk about what we hated first, so we end on a positive note.
So yeah, the low point I would say would be the Pharaoh 90 fight itself. It was rather anticlimactic. You just got the vacuum douche from Sailor Saturn, and then
his hand coming up trying to
his hand coming out for the Ultra Fist, and Sailor Moon just kind of doused him with the quick thing of the crystal, and that was that. So it was kind of like a quick wrap-up job. I think there was better fights with bigger supervillains in the previous episodes, so that was a little disappointing for that, but I kind of expected it though.
And my low light was how useless is Tuxedo Mask? Really. He's standing there saying, the world is ending.
Several times, wow.
The world is ending. Over 2 episodes, I think he said it about 12 times.
Yeah.
So he's completely useless. And having said that, the other scouts were also kind of useless, but I think he annoys me because he's such a wiener. So he's my low light of this episode.
My favorite part of this episode was the gift exchange from Neptune to Chibi Moon.
So cute.
It was so cute. I was quite shocked to see that she's giving the talisman away.
I don't remember that. Did she do that in the manga?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but I saw that and I was like, oh my god, and I was like, is Uranus gonna give the sword now? Is Pluto gonna give her Garnet Rod? Like, why not? Just give her the whole set.
Or is the NRA gonna come and give her a gun?
My episode highlight was actually when they were all making fun of Usagi.
Ripping on her?
And then the animation changed to that really funny way that
like
the sticky one and then like all
robotic.
Those and then the arrows kind of hit her. It's cute. I actually laughed out loud. It was the saving grace of this episode for me. It was so funny. I love when they're in civilian forms interacting and just being high school
and just
girls.
being catty bitches. It's cute. I love it. Yeah.
Totally my episode highlight. Good job.
Good job, guys.
Well, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching today and every other recap that we have done for season 3 of Sailor Moon Crystal.
It has been a fun journey doing this with you, Tommy. Thank you so much for lending your house.
You're totally welcome.
We do really appreciate the viewership that we got. I think we started with 7 subscribers on the Out of Your Mind channel, and now we're up to almost 70. So thank you to all the new subscribers.
And the views and the comments, and it's really fun, and we really love doing this, and we love that you guys are reacting well to how bitchy we are.
We're such flaming catty geeks, really. And it was just a cool idea for us to start and talk about Sailor Moon. And now it's flourished into a weekly series. I have commitment issues like no idea. So
seriously.
Doing 13 weeks with this piece of shit has been a long-term commitment, let me tell you, honey. But now let's do some shout outs out to Josh Tech Soldier. Thanks again for your comment. Also, Justo Leandro Mocrovejo Vilca, good to see you again. Thanks for commenting. And to our new commenter, Temperance14. Thanks for Temperance! Oh my god, that's a Canadian music dance group, actually.
Once again, thank you so much, guys, for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting. And this is the final time that we go full moon. Or is it?
I hear bells. Thanks so much for watching. If you missed our recap of episode 12, click here. Also, gender bent cosplay at its ultra chic best. Facebook.com/FakeNerdGuys. We'll see you around, kids. Thanks.
Should we just do it? It'll be funny. It's the
Let's
last
do it.
episode.